Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone to another Ref Brandon and the Todd family YouTube video. Wherever you are, whatever you may be doing, thank you so much for making Ref Brandon and the Todd family a part of your day. We always greatly appreciate it. If you're a Major League Baseball fan or know someone who is, or in particular a Braves fan, stay tuned for tomorrow's video. Tomorrow will be our weekly Braves review. I'm going to do it tomorrow because the Braves don't play tonight, so nothing's going to change from the Braves' perspective between today and tomorrow. But today's video is going to be a little bit different, and the reason why I say different is because this is not something that I've told a lot of people that I was going to do today. And to be honest with you, I wasn't planning on doing it this early. But then I thought, you know what, I've been doing a lot of college football over-unders, and I have not yet did teams like Ole Miss and Mississippi State and Vanderbilt and Duke and Virginia. But I really don't think there's a lot of people that really think any of those teams are going to be any good. Although I will say I think Ole Miss is going to be better than a lot of people expect, only because I believe Lane Kiffin is a phenomenal head coach. A lot of people still hate what he did years ago, but as far as on the field, the man can coach. But I think Ole Miss is going to be better than a lot of folks think they are, but I still don't think they're going to win their half of the SEC. Now, if anybody out there wants me to give my over-under on any of those teams I just mentioned, please feel free to let me know, and I'll quickly mention it coming up here in the next few weeks before college football starts. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go ahead and tell you who I think is going to win each division in each conference in college football, because I know most of the magazines are out, and I know a lot of people are die-hard college football fans, and you read all the magazines and all that kind of good stuff, so you've already seen and heard what most of the writers and experts thought. So I thought, you know what, I'll just give my predictions as well. Now, I'm not going to tell you what I think each team's record overall is going to be, because as I've been saying, I've tried to spend most of my time focused on the ACC and the SEC. But if anybody wants me to do a team from the Big Ten or the Big 12 or the Pac-12, I'll do it. So I'm not going to spend time in this video telling you what I think each team's record is going to be. I'm just going to tell you who I think is going to win each division in college football. And I'm not even going to tell you who my 4 playoff teams are going to be. I'm just going to tell you who I think is going to win each division. Now, what I want you to do is, when you watch this video, get you a piece of paper and write down, the 5 major conferences, and write down my picks, because I'm sure I'm going to have some right, and I'm sure I'm going to have some wrong. But being that we're doing this in June, when September rolls around and the season really starts good, there's a chance that I may not remember all 10 of my picks. And if I miss some, and I'm sure I will, then I have no problem, admitting the ones that I got wrong. And if you want to talk about the ones I got wrong, that's fine. But just don't come back and mention the ones I got wrong and leave out the ones I got right. If you're going to get on me for being wrong, you've got to give me credit for the ones I get right, because I'm sure I'll get some right, and I'm sure I'll get some wrong. It'd be nice to get all 10 right, but I don't think I'm going to. But I thought, you know what? All these magazines are out. People love college football. I'll go ahead and do it. We'll start with the Big Ten. Now, if you follow the Big Ten, when they first split up into 2 divisions, they tried to be different and unique and call their divisions the Leaders and the Legends. But I think that lasted 2 years, and they decided that was just flat out stupid, and they decided to go with the good old-fashioned East and West. Now, the East is a division Ohio State's in. Ohio State's going to win it. And the West is usually, for the most part, the division that comes down to Wisconsin and Iowa. And usually the winner of that game is at or near the top of that division. I know Northwestern sneaks up every now and then, but Northwestern just doesn't have the recruitment to stay up there each and every year. So I thought it's going to be Iowa or Wisconsin. Those teams are both coached by two smash mouth, old school style football coaches. And most of the time when they play, it's 17 to 14, 21 to 14, 21 to 17, because both teams just like to line up and run the ball at you like you've seen back in the 70s and 80s of college football. Iowa was 6-2 last year. They were very, very good under first year starting quarterback. So I thought I'll stick with Iowa because I thought their quarterback did good last year. So I expect him to get even better this year. So it's either going to be Iowa or Wisconsin. So I'm going to go with Iowa out of the West. The Big 12, the North, is going to be Iowa State. I do think Iowa State will be a top 10 team this year, just like they were last year. And the South will be Oklahoma. The Pac-12, the North, I really can't decide because I'll be honest with you, I really don't like any of the teams in the North, but somebody has to win it. It's going to be Oregon or Stanford, and Stanford just doesn't score enough points, so I'll go with Oregon out of the North. The Pac-12 South is going to be the USC Trojans. The ACC Atlantic is going to be Clemson, and the Coastal is going to be Miami. If you've been following the channel, you know I've already did my over-under on Miami, but that was with the caveat of supposedly De'Aaron King is going to be healthy by the time the season starts. De'Aaron King is a game changer, and if he is healthy by the time the season starts, Miami will go 10-2, which is what I predicted. But if De'Aaron King is not healthy or does not play, then Miami will be garbage, and North Carolina will win the Coastal. But I'm going with the caveat that De'Aaron King will be healthy. So the Atlantic will be Clemson, and the Coastal will be Miami. And in the SEC, the East is going to be Georgia, and the West, of course, is going to be Alabama. And stay tuned. Keep following the channel here in the next couple of months before college football starts, because I will give my predictions on who my 4 playoff teams will be. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you that I'm not going to say who it is. You'll have to watch the video on the day that I do it. But there is one team that a lot of people are high on this year that I'm not. And they will not be in my college football Final Four prediction for the college football playoff. So stay tuned for that as the season gets closer. But let me run through these one more time. And like I said, I want you to write them down so we can discuss it. So if you're a college football fan or know someone who is, you can give me your thoughts and tell me if you agree with me or not on these divisions. The Big Ten division winners out of the East will be Ohio State. The West will be Iowa. The Big 12 North will be the Cyclones of Iowa State. The South will be Oklahoma. The Pac-12 will be Oregon out of the North, and the Trojans of USC out of the South. And the ACC will be Clemson out of the Atlantic, and Miami out of the Coastal. And the SEC will be Georgia out of the East, and Alabama out of the West. So if you're a college football fan or know someone who is, please feel free to tell them to watch this video, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And like I said, I did not go through each team's schedule and overall record. If you want to know any of these teams' records according to me, please feel free to drop it in the comment section. I just wanted to go ahead and come on here and give my thoughts on who I think is going to win each division, since most of these college football magazines are out. And most of you that love college football have already read most of them. And if you have not, you've at least read the part that features your team, whoever your team may be. So I thought, you know what, since everybody else is doing it, I'll go ahead and do it. But I want you to keep watching the channel, so I'm not yet going to tell you who I think is going to be the 4 playoff teams. But we will get into that as the college football season gets closer. Just remember, I've got Miami winning the Coastal with the caveat that De'Aaron King is supposed to be healthy. If he's not, you can forget it. Miami may not win 6 games. But before I get out of here for the day, I'll give you my dad joke of the day. I went to play with my boomerang the other day, but forgot how to use it. Then it came back to me. And that wraps it up for today's Ref Brandon and the Todd Family YouTube video. Until next time, it's Ref Brandon saying, just like in pro wrestling, life can be over by the count of 3. Tell your friends and family how much you love them.